What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Carolina David, coming at you again with another video. Today, the topic of this video is going to be mothers. Why aren't they getting held to the same standard as fathers? Let's get it.
Let's talk with Carolina David. Let's talk with Carolina David. Let's talk with Carolina David. Let's talk with Carolina David.
Alright, I'm about to play a few videos and to let y'all see how mothers are actually getting, treating their children with such disdain, as almost as if they don't like them, almost if they don't want, they are tired of them or something like that. But yet, when it comes down to fathers, if a father don't pay child support, he's a deadbeat. If a father don't come and get his child on the weekend that he's supposed to because of work, he's a deadbeat. But mothers can keep children away from their fathers for life, dang near, and then when the truth come out about the mother keeping the child out of the father's life, like the only thing that a mother get is, it's okay. Like, she apologized, I'm sorry, I was just, whatever the case may be. And the first thing the daughter wanted to do is just, it's okay, mom. So on a lot of occasions, and not all the time, but on a lot of occasions, it's just an apology, and it's accepted. The things that we did happen to us growing up as children. We don't look at it as abuse. We look at it as, oh, well, but she did the best that she could. Now, with all of this being said, I'm not knocking mothers because of what mothers do, because this is a generational curse that basically we have been bestowed upon us, because it went down from great grandmother to great grandmother to grandmother to great grandmother, and then to your mother, and so on and so forth. Because, like I tell people all the time, you either gonna parent your children the same way that you was parented, or you're gonna parent them differently. Just like me, I was parented, I got whippings and whatever like that whenever I did things out of order. But yet, when it comes to my son, I don't whip him, because I found that it didn't work for me, because I still did what I wanted to do. But just a strong, sturdy talk from a father will impact change in a child's life. But let's get into the video.
I'm literally trying to get this pimp the fuck out, just like I was pimping her when she was a few months old. I'm gonna sell this hoe to sex trafficking, and it is what the fuck it is. I found these Mexican dudes that deal with sex trafficking of infants, and I asked them, what can you do to mine? My thing is, I want her to suffer. That's my main concern. My biggest fear in life is that my baby is going to have a good life. So that's why I want to make her suffer. She was already raped repeatedly by the age of 5 months. So that's good. Yes, I do abuse my baby. I punch, I slip, I punch, I slap, I kick my baby. I be kicking her in the head. I literally one time dropped on her head until she started bleeding out her mouth.
Bring, come on over here. I'm not playing with you. I'm not fucking playing with you. Put your hand on it and touch it. Put your hand on it and touch it. Either that or you're gonna put your hand on the stove. Put your hand on it. Put your hand on it just like that. And don't move your hand, you understand? Don't move your motherfucking hand. Do that belong to you? Huh? Touch something the fuck out. Touch something the fuck out. Touch something the fuck out.
He calls you. He's also called you a bad mom. So tell us about that.
I don't just call her a bad mom. Like, if I said something like that, I would be like, "You're acting like a bad mom. You're being a..." Like, nah, I'll tell her like what she needs to work on. Like,
well, what are some of the things that are
what you need to work on?
See right here, why is it so funny when a child, just because the boy looks like he's about 18? So why is it so funny when the child who was raised by this mother is telling the mother what to work on? Like the first thing that women do, like you can't get any critique from your children. Like you can't learn from your children.
Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out. He might
Hold on. Let's hear from Devon.
She'll have me like, and she would go with her boyfriend. I have to like watch my little brother for like the whole day or like a couple days, and then like I tell her like,
see right there, the reason why he was giving her critique was because he has to watch his little brothers. He has to watch her children for her while she go out with her boyfriend. Now we have a lot of that goes on in our neighborhoods where mama go out and have fun with the boyfriend, go to the club with the girls or whatever, and the eldest child is left alone with the children. Like this video right here.
Polk County mother was supposed to be at home watching 6 kids.
That's right, but investigators say that she left them home alone with no food. ABC Action News reporter Ryan Ray shows us what tipped off deputies.
Guys, this is that street where investigators found that baby boy, a 2-year-old boy, wandering in the street. And when they walked inside the home, they found 5 more kids with no mom or dad in sight.
No matter what the situation is, absolutely no excuse for that.
Neighbors describe it as an almost daily occurrence. Kids playing in the road with no one watching them. Sometimes they say it gets even worse when the 2-year-old is all alone, oblivious to traffic.
I have to stop my car, take the baby, and put it in front of the garage.
They're in the road?
Yes.
The baby is?
The baby, yeah. I have to stop my car all the time, take the baby, put it in front of the garage.
Thursday, the Polk County Sheriff's Office caught wind of the wandering child. They showed up and found a full house of unsupervised kids, 6 in all, ranging in age from 2 to 14.
But you can't give a responsibility like that to a 14-year-old.
Perhaps the most disturbing part, deputies say there was no food inside. They waited 6 hours until mom showed up. She's identified as Kayla Vaughn, and DCF is now investigating.
I'm glad the kids are okay. They safe now.
Detectives say the 14 and 10-year-old told them their mom leaves frequently and leaves them in charge. They confessed it was too much to handle.
In this day and age, that's absolutely nuts.
And tonight, DCF has custody of the 6 children. Vaughn faces child neglect and drug charges. At last check, she was still in jail. Reporting in Polk County, Ryan Raish, ABC Action News.
You see what I'm saying? Like, there is a great difference in fathers to mothers. Mothers can do what they do and nothing be said. Okay, within this video right here, what happened was the woman on many occasions, she leave her children alone at home. Where the woman seen the 2-year-old in the street, and what she do? I just take the child and go put it in front of the garage or whatever like that, instead of calling the police and be like, hey, yes, this is a child out here wandering the streets alone. 2-year-old, nothing happened. It's like when something like that happens with a mother, oh, we got to give her the benefit of the doubt. But let a father do it. There's a video out there on YouTube where the father just disciplined his child. You know, he didn't beat the living brakes off him. He just spanked him. And CPS was at his door.
Yeah, I broke the law. I didn't say you broke the law. Can I see your badge? The badge is right here. Just, it matches the car. And I broke the law. I didn't say you broke the law. So why are the police here? Again, for the 4th time, the police are here because of the fact I wish you get the camera out of my face. You're at my door. I know, but you don't. I would like to. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need done? Do you need to see the baby or not? I need to see the baby. Okay. He needs to see the child. He needs to see the child. All you gotta do is verify. He wants to verify. Verify what? That the child needs to go to the doctor also to be seen. That is what I'm telling you. What doctor? If not, it's child. What doctor? Because the child. What hospital? What hospital? What hospital? You go to Western Wake. Did you ask me my religion? This is disrespectful. Did you ask me my religion? I didn't ask you. Did you ask me my beliefs? No, you just came to my door, making threats. I didn't make threats. Do I have a right to practice my religious beliefs? Do I have a right to do that in America? I'm asking you a question. So why are you at my door? Because I need to see the baby. You need to see whose baby? Your baby and Miss Stone's baby. For what reasons? Because of the fact. Are you a doctor? I'm not a doctor. So why do you need to see the baby? Because I'm a child protective services. Okay. All right. Because it's a part of the job that I do. For who? Who are you? For who? Who are you doing this job for? Child protective services. For who? For who? For who? For Wake County. It's on my card. For who? So I'm a property of Wake County? Sorry. No, I'm asking you a question. Am I a property of Wake County? So who are you doing a service for? I need to see the child because that's part of my job. Who are you doing a service for? Am I a property of Wake County? I don't think you're a property of Wake County. Okay, so if I'm not a property of Wake County, what do you need to see my child for? I am responsible for my child, ain't I? I still need to see that child. For what? You're not a doctor? You're right. You're not a doctor? What law is that? Can you cite that law? You know. Can you cite that? You said because of the law. Right, because of the They're the law. Can you cite the law? The child needs to be seen. Can you? What law? What law is that? The child needs to be seen by a doctor. What law? You're at my door, right? Right. You're telling me what I have to do, right? Tell me the law. It's medical neglect. The child hasn't been seen. What is the law? Like I said, it's medical emergency based on the fact. What is the statute? What is the law? You know. You're just saying something off the top of your head. I know I'm right. So my thing is, I know I'm right because you know why I'm right. Do you know why I'm right? Sure, you're gonna tell me. I don't need to tell you. You're at my door, sir. I didn't come to you. I know you didn't. Why am I right? I need to see the child. Actually, why am I right? Because I know the law. I need to see the child. I need to see the child. I don't care what you need. Okay. I'm not a property of Wake County, am I?
Why can't mothers get held to the same standard? But let's continue.
First of all, hold on, Renisha. Look.
If you pay attention, the reason why she right there pause, like and she started going off because she being called out on her mess, and she talking about I pay him. So what if you pay him? If you pay him to watch your children, his little brothers, for a certain time, that don't mean you need to be gone all day and night. That young man has a life himself. He's 18. He probably got a girlfriend he want to chill with. He probably want to chill with the boys, go play basketball, football, whatever. You imposing on this child because of your deeds. You chose to have the children by dudes that ain't no good. Evidently, they can't be no good because they ain't there for their own children. Let's continue.
Y'all not gonna argue with each other. We gonna try to face the truth today, okay? Yeah. All right. Now, Devon, finish answering Dr. Judy's question.
Like, I'll be watching my little brothers and like, I'll tell her like maybe you should like start watching them or like be in their life more. Like since you wasn't in mine that much, like you was around, but you wasn't like just really.
Devon, that was mean.
No.
How do you feel?
See right here, if you look at this young man's posture and you listen to his voice, it sounds almost like he want to cry already because he knows he been through this. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have his mother around like that. So now he's trying to tell her what to do with his little brothers. But yet, when I try to tell her, you know, she need to be in her children's life more, what's the first thing Vivica could, now, Gerard, that was mean. Right? How is it mean? It's not mean when you tell somebody the truth. It's not mean when you try to give somebody correction. Give them reproof. That's not mean. That's just correction. But yet, women feel like it's wrong to correct them. It's not wrong. That's the reason why today we have so many children that are messed up. Today, you can't even tell a woman like, yo, a man, fathers are needed in the children's life instead of child support. You can't tell them that because the first thing they say, you don't know, whatever. They want to go all off on you. But the fact of the matter is, fathers are needed in the children's lives. I wish like my mom allowed my father to try to get to know me, but he didn't. But if I would have had, I really do believe that if I would have had a father in my life that was pushing me like the way I push my son, that I would have been an AB honor roll student just like my son is. That I would have been a smart and wise young man just like my son is. Because the proof is in the pudding. The Bible even tells us, fathers, train up your child in the way that they should go. When they get older, they will not depart from it. That's the reason why we must train our children. And people need to realize that when it comes to children, you train by way of talking and by way of your living. But let's continue.
Renisha, when you hear Devon say those things.
I feel really bad because I'm already like trying to raise him. Like I said, I was young. You know, we grew up together. But then when he says things like this, and I'm like, Devon, like I'm always there for you. I did everything to make you, you know, push yourself to your goals to the best ability you can be. Like I've done everything. So why do you call me these names?
Devon, do you feel that your mom maybe was there throughout your life, but she really wasn't present as a mom? Is that what you mean?
She's more like my older sister, if anything. I wanted her to be like my mom, but that's basically what my great grandmother was doing.
See, if you listen, that young man is basically telling you that, and just like I'm telling you, that we want a parent. We don't want friends. We want structure. We want discipline. We want guidance. We don't want a best friend. And yes, she had a child at a young age, but guess what? Her mother probably had a child at a young age, and because he said my great grandmother. So that means that it's probably like a chain reaction of having children at a young age. Why? Because that's what they see, that's what they saw, and they repeat it. Children typically repeat what they see. They want to be like my son, for example. He wanted to be a truck driver. Why? Because I was a truck driver. Because I'm a truck driver. But I told him, I said, you need to be better than me. Be different. It's right here. You see it.
Radisha, we know you had Devon at 16, so tell us what that has been like for you and how maybe that's impacted your relationship with Devon.
So first of all, I had him at 16. I wasn't of legal age, so I had to stay with my grandparents because my mom didn't raise me. I had to stay with my grandparents until...
See? I didn't even see that part, but I could tell you, all you got to do is just listen. The Bible says that train up your child in the way they should go. When they get older, they will not depart from it. So that means if you seen your mother doing a certain act and a certain deed, you probably going to do the same thing. Because she said her mother didn't raise her like that. Guess what? You're not raising your son like that. Because you choose to go out with and try to live your life with, get a boyfriend and do whatever like that instead of being in your child's life. That's why I say again, parents typically parent their children the way they was parented. But let's continue.
So basically, I was 18, and the reason why I didn't have him is because my grandparents called CPS on me when I was trying to take him out the house when I had just turned 18, and it was like this whole big ordeal because they said I was smoking and stuff like that. Not around him or anything like that, but just...
That's a good reason. I mean, you should not be... Come on, man. Why do people feel that? Why do parents feel as though, when I say parents, I'm sticking on the mothers right now. Why is it that they feel as though like, oh, well, I should be able to get my child even though I'm smoking weed, I'm drinking alcohol, and I'm partying and stuff like that with the friends? Why do you feel like your child need to be around that type of activity? Your grandparents did right because he needed to see a stable environment. He needed to see structure. They did right.
Just the
But
fact...
you were smoking? But you were smoking?
Yeah, I did smoke.
Smoking marijuana?
Yeah.
Okay, every day?
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of a problem. Keep going.
Okay. Well, so basically they kind of like deboed him from me, but I was like always trying to be there. So I was there. Like I said, I was at every event. I put him in every legal custody event. Baseball, basketball, football. I was there. I put him there. I took him to practice. Everything. You know what I mean?
Do you recognize your mom being there for all your games and the practices?
Yeah, I recognize my great-grandpa taking me to my football practices. And I remember them paying for my football and baseball, too. Like, she helped, too, but I remember them doing a lot of the stuff, too.
See? She tried to make herself look holier than thou. I took him to his practices and football games and all of that. I tried. I was there. Devon, do you remember that? Well, I remember my great-grandpa doing all that. Why lie? Just tell the truth. You could tell that. You could look at this young lady and tell that she still want to live her life. She still want to party. Like, I mean, like find a man type thing. Don't lie. Just be honest.
Well, can you maybe be a little more empathetic since she's acknowledging that she didn't have a mom in her life, her grandparents, maybe a tough relationship?
See, did y'all hear that? What, Devon, can you be a little bit more empathetic? Being that she didn't have a father, a mother in her life and stuff. So you mean to tell me that because you had me and you wasn't there in my life like that and you was doing what you was doing, that I should be like, you know what, Mom? You didn't have a mother in your life like that. You didn't have a father. You know what? You could beat me. You could do whatever you want to do to me. You could leave me alone. No, you shouldn't be empathetic because you are her son. You are her child. What happened to her happened to her. You cannot sit here and be like, well, I mean, since it happened to you, it should happen to me. No, it shouldn't. That's the reason why I say that women are not held to the standard that men are. Because guess what? If men were to say the same thing, well, I didn't have my father, my mother in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like my father wasn't there, so you know what I'm saying? I was told to roll the street. They wouldn't. A man would get criticized harshly. That don't mean nothing. You ain't shit. You a deadbeat. Why not do the same to her? Empathy.
I try to help her, like, if I try to, like, correct her on something she do wrong, she get like, she'll get, like,
Well,
real
Devon, you can't be correcting your mama. That ain't how it goes.
Well, Devon, you can't be correcting your mama. Why not? Why not? If he's saying like, Mom, I want you here. Mom, you need to be here for your other children because you wasn't here for me like that. I was raised with my grandpa and great grandma and granddaddy. You should be there, Mom. You should be there for your other children. Why not correct her if she's still doing the same bull crap that she done to him? Why do women feel like they can't be corrected? You got to put them up on a pedestal and just leave them there like, well, she doing wrong. Keep her there. No, correct her. Correct us. That's the reason why the world is the way it is right now. Because we don't have correction.
I don't correct it and she don't see it, then who's gonna correct it? It's never gonna change, right? Like last night, for instance, I was on FaceTime with this girl and she just in the phone like, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? I'm just like, shit, like.
Mothers do.
Mothers do that all the time, Devon.
I'm gonna stop it right here. Because, like, honestly, the reason why the ill man even asked why does it matter? Because he's basically telling you wasn't here for me in the beginning. Why I try to be here now? He's trying to hold you accountable for your actions because you did this. You chose to be out with the boyfriend and chilling with the boyfriends and stuff. You chose to leave your children home alone with the older brother. You chose these actions. So now the boy's trying to hold you accountable for it. But these women on this stage, on this Face the Truth, they're not making her face the truth. They want you cannot correct. That's your mom. You can't correct her. That's not right. That's mean to say that she wasn't in your life like that. No. Women, mothers, y'all need correction just like fathers do. Because let's be honest, the reason why a lot of fathers aren't in their children's lives like that is because of the mothers. The reason why, and that's on like the baby mother standard and the mother of him standard. That's coming from both spectrums. Reason why? Because the mother of him didn't have his father around. He grew up without a father, and he probably seen men coming in and out of the household. So now he was like, you know what? Hey, like I said, we do what we see. Training goes by speaking and doing, acting. So by him seeing fathers not being there in his life, in their lives, now they're going to do the same thing. They see they see mama with a deadbeat dude, gangbanger. That's what they probably gonna do. At the end of the day, mothers, this is not a good act. This is not right. You smacking and beating the children, and people know what's going on, but they don't call CPS. You're leaving children at home alone, and 2-year-old roaming the streets. They're going 9, 10 years old, out late at night, 11 o'clock by themselves. Nobody calls the police. Nobody calls CPS. And the government sees this. And this is the thing that gets me. They quit to put a man on child support. Because let's be honest, child support is predominantly for the men. But some women are on it. But they quit to throw men on child support. Quit to put them in prison for not being there. For not paying child support. But a woman not being in their children's lives like that, like, they might go to jail for a little while, but they get right back out and get their children back again. Why aren't no one trying to correct this? Because the government could say right now, like, you know what? All right, this is the new law. Women, if you bring a child into this world without the father or whatever like that, it's up to you to take care of that child. We're not going to put men on child support no longer because it seems like y'all taking this child support for granted. Y'all having children just to get child support and get government assistance. You need to have the fathers in their life. If the government were to do that right now, guess what? It would be more marriage. It would be more fathers in children's lives and everything. Because now you're holding them accountable for their actions instead of, well, being that you did this on purpose and, you had a one-night stand and you had a child, we're going to just give you child support. We're going to give you government assistance. You're enabling them to keep messing up instead of correcting them. Let's promote change. Let's promote a better way of living. I love every last one of y'all. Peace.